All right, so these are all of my ingredients. Got your short ribs, olive oil, ragu sauce, the chunky one, of course, minced garlic, my all-purpose seasoning, onions, peppers, Worcestershire sauce, grits, smoked Gouda cheese, and scallions. So let's get ready to wash off our short ribs. I'm gonna rinse them off really good in a nice clean sink, and I'm rinsing them off in cold water. So go on and get your hands dirty. Once that's nice and done, just dump out your water, and we're going to use the same bowl to then add in our dry and wet ingredients. So I'm adding in my Worcestershire sauce, and then I will be adding in about like 2 tablespoons of each of Worcestershire sauce, olive oil, as well as my minced garlic and my all-purpose seasoning. And then you can get your hands dirty again. You want to mix that up really good. Once you get this all mixed up really well, just set it off to the side. Get a nice skillet with another about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and you want to put it on a medium high heat until a light smoke starts to develop on the stove. Once you get the stove on and that pan is looking how you want it to look, definitely go ahead um, and well, before we do that, let's chop up our vegetables. We're doing something real simple. We're just doing a nice rough chop of a whole pepper, a whole green pepper, that is. Watch your fingers. Come on. After this rough chop of the peppers, we're also going to do a whole yellow onion the same way. And around this point, your skillet still should be warming up. And depending on your stove, it might already be hot. So just kind of keep an eye on that. And this is here. After you do like that rough chop, and you could even did the rough chop of the veggies a while ago. I'm going to sear my short ribs on every single side. And so that's going to take a little bit of time, but not too much. You just want a nice brown to kind of seal in that moisture as they slow cook in our crock pot. And I had already added in a little bit of sauce and about a quarter cup of water before I added in the short ribs while the crock pot was heating up, and just dump everything in there, get it all distributed. And now we're going to add in a whole bottle of your ragu sauce, and as well as your chopped onions. And right now your crock pot should be on high, and we'll leave it on high for about an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'd say about an hour most is pretty well. And then you're going to put it on low after that hour. After it gets done cooking, I've already taken them out of the crock pot, put them in another pot, and I'm getting my grits going. I used about 3.5 cups or 3 3/4 cups of water. And I added a little bit of the gravy or the juices from the crock pot as well, which will help season up the water. Once that comes to a boil, or even just get it nice and hot, I added in about a cup of instant grits. And once you add that to the hot water, you want to stir immediately, so that way it does not clump up. Once you get that going, put your fire on low, and your grits will start to they'll start to thicken up. Once they start to thicken up, you can turn off your heat, and then last but not least, add in your smoked Gouda cheese and give it a good stir until all of the cheese is melted. Once it is melted, now we can go ahead and plate. Get a nice bowl, a good couple of scoops into that bowl, and then you want to top it off with a short rib and a little bit of that gravy, as well as you want to garnish with a little bit of green onions, or what we call them, scallions. Nice, short, easy, and fun, very flavorful dish.